Hammer time!
My name's Clark Hill. I'm an online fitness coach, occasional impressions guy,
We're eating a viral recipe I found on TikTok.
but most importantly, I love to eat. Now, I'm taking you behind the scenes to show you what I eat,
Boneless, skinless chicken thighs.
why I eat it,
This is one of the tricks I like to use if I'm cutting.
and how you can make it yourself to reach your fitness goals, enjoying every bite. I'm pulling back the curtain on everything. In this series, you'll see the good,
This looks amazing!
the bad,
So I think this is gonna be better going in 2 mugs.
and the macro-friendly. Welcome to my kitchen. The theme of this week is the oven. All high-protein meals that can be baked in the oven with little effort. First up, turkey ham and cheese sliders to start your day off right.
First things first, we're gonna preheat our oven to 350. Now the best thing about oven-baked things is you can be really efficient because while that oven is preheating, you can take that 5 or 10 minutes to prep everything you're gonna need, and then just throw it in the oven and walk away. Don't walk too far, you wanna get it before the timer goes off. We're gonna need some slider buns, so I just went with some King's Hawaiian, very standard, very typical. You can go with whatever brand you want. This is just the most recognizable. Making 8 sliders. We're gonna take this that has 16, right in half with our serrated knife. Now sometimes these can stick to the little paper tray, so I like to use a spatula to make sure to get them on out. And then I don't think I need to tell you this, but we're just gonna slice these all the way open. Now these don't come pre-sliced, so we're gonna have to slice them in half ourselves, which is super easy. It takes like 2 seconds. You don't need to really be that precise with this. These are all going in the oven. These are all gonna get eaten anyway. Trust me, they're gonna look amazing when they're done. We're gonna add our bottoms into a baking dish just like this one. Fun fact, did you know that River Phoenix and Joaquin Phoenix's original last name is Bottom? I would change it too. Now for our meats, we're gonna be using some Black Forest ham and a little bit of sliced oven roasted turkey breast. I just bought the store brand because I'm a cheapskate. Buy whatever brand you like. It really doesn't matter when it comes to calories, macros, they're all kind of the same. We're gonna be using 3 ounces of each. Now if you're a food scale guy like me, you're just gonna set the container on the food scale, zero it out, pull out 3 ounces. If you have an aversion to the food scale for whatever reason, it tells you on the package, a slice is half an ounce, so you're gonna use 6 slices. You don't have to be too fancy here. We're literally just gonna evenly distribute, just eyeball it. I'm eating this entire batch all at once anyway, and that's what I recommend you doing too. And same deal with the ham, zero it out, pull out 3 ounces, evenly distribute. I talk about this a lot. I really don't understand why people hear food scale and they freak out. It feels very restrictive. It's really not. Restrictive would be you're not allowed to eat Oreos because they're fattening. You're only allowed to have soda on X day. Those are just idiotic rules that you're never gonna follow. You're gonna follow them for 2 weeks and then you're gonna crash and burn and you're gonna say, this is stupid, I want a Diet Coke. This is not restrictive. This is keeping track of your progress. And you can see time-wise, this took me maybe, 5 seconds? Easy, and I really recommend you do it. Next up is our cheese. We're going with some reduced fat sliced Swiss cheese. I got this from Trader Joe's. Just find it wherever you can, at whatever the grocery store you shop is. If they don't have one, just find the closest alternative. And we're gonna do 2 slices here. And because we have 8 sliders, we're just gonna go in half again, and you've got 8 little mini Swiss squares. And then from here, you're just putting your Swiss down. Literally as easy as making a sandwich, which is exactly what you're doing. All the while behind me, my oven is heating up. As soon as it's heated up, this will be ready to just throw it in and walk away. Top buns go back on. Now our oven's preheated, so these could go in right now, but we're gonna spruce it up a little bit. We're gonna lob off a tablespoon of grass-fed butter. This is the one I just got from Costco. Some people out there, they get too over the top with things like that, like, oh, was it locally sourced or with a calf? But it's like, dude, shut the hell up. It says grass-fed on there. That's good enough for me. I care, but not that much. We're just gonna pop this in the microwave for 15 seconds, let it melt. Now into our melted butter, we're gonna whip up a super easy garlic Parmesan butter that we can just brush over everything. A little bit of garlic seasoning, a little bit of grated Parmesan, now a little bit of minced garlic, half a teaspoon of each. And we're gonna give this a quick stir with the very same brush we're gonna brush this on with. And we're just gonna brush it over each one. You really don't have to be precise. It's all gonna be buttery and garlicky and delicious in a few minutes once it comes out of the oven. We're gonna throw this in the oven, 15 minutes, and it's ready to go. While our sliders are cooking, if you're liking this series and you're liking all the recipes and you want more just like them, I've got a special offer for you. I just launched the 2025 edition of my cookbook, Chill Flex Cooking, and it's on sale this week for only 36 bucks. This new version has over 70 macro-friendly recipes, all designed to help you build muscle and lose fat enjoying every bite. So if you want to take advantage of this deal, I'll leave the link down in the description and you can check it out. Hopefully you also hit checkout when you're checking it out. All right, that's enough marketing. Our timer's about to go off, so let's get our sliders. Now, I don't know about you, but this is the kind of thing I want to be eating to build muscle and lose fat. Now, these are great on their own, but if you want a little something extra, I got something for you.
Now, the toothpick is optional, but pickles are a great low-calorie option by themselves, but to pair this with them takes it to a whole nother level. They're so low in calories, they're great for high-volume eating, making you feel like you ate more than you really did. Next, a creative take on two trendy Italian-based dishes, hot honey, pizza parm.
First, we're gonna preheat our oven to 500 degrees. We want everything to be nice and crispy, so that high heat is exactly what we need. You know the drill. While that's preheating, let's get prepped. First, we're gonna set up our mixing stations. In a bowl, we're gonna crack one large egg, give it a good whisk. Try not to crack it like a terrible cracker. Fun little trick, if you do happen to crack an egg and it drops some shell in, take a bit of the shell, fish it out. Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that. Let's give this a good whisk. Now it's time to bread our boneless, skinless chicken breast. But first,
Stop! Hammer time!
then in the breadcrumbs, doing half a cup, which is 60 grams. So I'm gonna zero out my food scale and pour in 60 grams, just like this. Do you need to use a food scale to get good results with a diet? Well, no. Yes. You don't need to measure things out to the gram if it's gonna be impractical for you. There are other ways of measurement that you can follow. Like a portion of protein is 1 palm size, a portion of fat is 1 thumb size, 1 tablespoon is 14 grams, which is also half an ounce. There are 16 ounces in a pound. There are 165 pounds in a Clark. The sum of the square root of any two sides of an isosceles triangle is equal to the square root of the remaining side. Now, if that's a lot to remember, I created a measurement cheat sheet that you can download for free at the link down in the description. Now, it's literally as simple as dunking this in our egg wash, both sides.
It rubs the egg wash on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
Put the egg wash on the chicken!
And I try not to have any of this left over. I try to be as efficient as possible with my ingredients as well as my time. So if I've got a little bit of extra egg wash left, I will literally just pour it in, dredge up all my breadcrumbs like this. For a serving of chicken, usually a large egg and half a cup of breadcrumbs I've found is a really good ratio. I wanna soak up breadcrumbs, wanna get every one of them on there. Yeah, my music taste is very eclectic. And when it's all said and done, oh my gosh, that is like such a perfect chicken breast. I mean, look at this thing. Same baking dish we used last time, a little bit of 0-calorie avocado oil on the bottom. In goes our chicken breast. Spray another little bit on top. We just want this to get as crispy as possible. A little oil will get it crispy. A lot of oil will add unnecessary fat. 1/4 cup of pizza sauce. Now they measure a 1/4 cup as being 63 grams, 28 times 4, 56. So it's basically the same thing. If you wanted to use more traditional methods of measurement, just like an actual measuring 1/4 cup, you could do that. It'd be totally fine. I've just been using the food scale long enough. For me, it's habit. But if you like doing it the old-fashioned way, that's cool too. Bottom line, measure your ingredients. 2 ounces of our reduced fat mozzarella cheese, shredded. A little bit of chicken parm, little bit of pizza kind of going on here. Remember in Power Rangers how they had their Zords and they would combine them to be like a Mega Zord, and then every once in a while they'd combine that to be like a Mega Zord? Chicken parm, honey hot pizza, it's basically what's going on here. And of course, we're topping it off with some of our good old turkey pepperoni. 16 slices of this, which is enough to like deck out a pizza, is only 70 calories, has 4 grams of fat, 9 grams of protein. Those are good macros in my book. Layer it on. There's no real art to this. Just make it look good. That 500 degrees is going to make that cheese nice and melted and get these pepperonis nice and crispy. We want it to feel like a pizza and a chicken parm. All right, this already looks absolutely amazing. We're going to throw this in the oven. 15 minutes at 500 ought to do it.
Oh my gosh, this looks awesome.
You can literally hear it crackling and crisping. Now the only thing left to do is plate this up and add our hot honey, which we're going to do using, of course, Mike's hot honey.
An Italian dinner and pizza night cheat meal all rolled into one.
I gotta try a bite of this. Woo! That's good. I could eat this all day long.
Finally, a decadent bakery treat that's good for breakfast, dessert, and most importantly, your fitness goals. An iced raspberry lemon loaf.
Let's preheat our oven to 350. Grab ourselves a mixing bowl. We're gonna crack 3 large eggs. We're gonna pour in half a cup of low-fat buttermilk. This is one of my favorite macro-friendly cooking hacks I discovered a while back. I make fried chicken with this. I make cakes. I make so many things with this. It keeps the calorie content relatively low, and it just packs so much flavor. I used to use skim milk in place of butter, and it did not do the tricks. Low-fat buttermilk, make this your best friend. Half a cup, 4 ounces. According to this, that is 120 milliliters, 120 grams. This is why you should download that little guide I told you about. This is also why you don't need to be super paranoid about being down to the gram with everything. You can if you just like being precise like I do, but 28 grams is 1 ounce. 4 times 28, 112. This says 120, it's close enough. It's like I tell my fitness coaching clients when it comes to their meals, I'm not asking you guys to be perfect, just in the ballpark. I'm gonna add in a teaspoon of vanilla extract, a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of flavor. We're gonna whisk this together before we add in our dry ingredients. You can do that by hand or with a little electric blender like I have. I can literally smell it from here. Oh, it smells so good. Now for our dry ingredients, super simple. First, we're gonna add 1.25 cups of self-rising flour. And I think you probably know by now, but 2 scoops of our collagen protein. This is like my secret weapon when it comes to getting your protein in easily and efficiently. Add a little more sweetness with some erythritol, monk fruit sweetener. You could do stevia, you could do whatever you want. You do Splenda for all I care. I honestly just buy this type because they always seem to have it at Costco and I use a lot of it, so it just makes sense. Tablespoon in. Let's give this a quick stir with our spatula, get it nice and cake-like consistency. And again, I can't stress enough, while we're doing all this, our oven is heating up behind us. So we're doing 2 things at once. You have to remember, guys, every one of us, every single one of us, anyone watching this video, me, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. I don't have like a different day. I might have different responsibility than you, but I have the same amount of time in a day to work with that you do. We can't get more time. We have to be smart about the time we have. We always talk about not wanting to live in the gym. Well, you don't want to live in the kitchen either. This is the consistency you really want here. This just kind of nice batter. It looks really thin. Trust me, it's going to thicken up real good. Take a big loaf tin just like one of these. Little 0-calorie avocado oil. This is going to be your best friend. I swear, if you do not have this, go to your local Costco, Sam's Club, and like buy this in bulk. You will not regret it. You're gonna use this like crazy. And then you're literally just gonna pour in your batter. Yeah, it may not look thick now, but trust me, once it comes out of the oven, it's gonna thicken up real good. You ever heard that phrase, milk it for all it's worth? Yeah, I'm literally doing that, like every last bit of batter. Efficient with my ingredients, efficient with my time. Now you could stop right here and you'd have an amazing yellow loaf cake, but we wanna do something to add a little bit of flair. More specifically, a swirl. Plus, if I'm being honest, I'm kind of mimicking a loaf cake I saw in the bakery of Walmart, which is where I buy most of my groceries. I'm a salt of the earth guy. Into our Ninja blender, we're gonna add 4 ounces of raspberries, half a cup, 2 tablespoons or 1 ounce of lemon juice. We're just gonna give this a quick blend. Then we're literally just gonna pour this in and just give it a little swirl with this butter knife here. Spatula, fork, it really doesn't matter. Oh, look how good this looks. Really, all that's left to do is throw it in the oven and chill. About 30, 40 minutes, what you can do is poke it with a fork or a knife. If it comes out and there's gunk all over it, it's not done. If it comes out smooth, it's ready. Oven just went off, moment of truth. I mean, like, there is no better way to meet your macros. I will die on this hill. And I know a thing or two about hills. My name is Hill. Now there's one final step, which is to mix up our icing. 4 tablespoons of swerve powdered sugar, which is 2 ounces, which is 1/4 cup. I'm really trying to hammer these measurements home in your heads. And then a tablespoon of our Fairlife fat-free milk to turn it from just a big bowl full of sugar into icing. Stir this up real quick, and then all we're gonna do is just drizzle this right over top. We'll just swirl this around a little bit to evenly coat the entire top. This looks like something straight out of the bakery. Let's slice this up and have a couple pieces. You've got that like tart from the raspberries and the lemon mixed with the sweetness of the loaf cake. This is absolute fire. I did this whole thing all at once, and I'm going to.
If you're finding value from this series, make sure to like and subscribe for a new episode every week.
Check out the cookbook. It's on sale this week, and I'll see you in the next one.